Well, according to some scientists, all around us, you might be sitting next to an alien right now, but you just don't know it. But aside from aliens, could there be other versions of ourselves out there in the multiverse? Ones who made different choices in life, or perhaps ones that never existed at all? Welcome back, everyone. Here today, we'll be taking a look at the Mandela effect and how it could be proof that we are living in a parallel universe. Be sure to hit that like button for more videos. And let's get into it. The term Mandela effect refers to a phenomenon where a large group of people share a false memory of a past event or detail. It is named after the late South African president Nelson Mandela, only to be replaced by an imposter when he was released in 19... Strange thing is that there are millions of people who can remember every detail about his death, from the circumstances surrounding it to the date, or the belief that the Monopoly man's name is Rich Uncle Penny. The first is a psychological one, and the second is a more controversial scientific one. From a psychological standpoint, the Mandela effect can be seen as a type of false memory, which is not uncommon. In fact, research suggests that about 30% of people have at least one false memory that they are confident is real. False memories can be created through a variety of methods, such as leading questions, misinformation, and imagination. They can also be influenced by external factors such as stress and fatigue. In the case of the Mandela effect, it is possible that false memories of Nelson Mandela's death were created through exposure to misinformation, such as articles or TV reports that claimed he had died. Scientists believe that the Mandela effect is actually a physical phenomenon that occurs when our consciousness slips between parallel realities. This theory suggests that there are multiple universes that exist simultaneously, and that we are able to shift between them by accessing different frequencies of reality. When this happens, we may find ourselves in a parallel universe where events have unfolded differently than in our own. For example, in one universe, Nelson Mandela may have died in prison in the 1980s. He may have been released in 1990. If we were to slip between these two universes, we might find ourselves remembering details of the timeline we've shifted from. This could explain why people who have never met before can share the same false memory of an event. They are all accessing the same parallel universe and bringing back memories from it. One way this could be possible is through a process known as quantum jumping. When these particles interact, they create a field of energy that can be measured as a frequency. By changing the frequency of our consciousness, we can access different states of reality. Another possibility is that the Mandela effect is related to the observer effect. This means that our consciousness could be affecting the timelines we are accessing by simply thinking about them. Essentially, our thoughts are creating the parallel universes we are slipping into. According to scientists, there are multiple levels of consciousness, and each level corresponds to a different dimension or frequency of reality. When we slip between these levels, we may find ourselves in a parallel universe where things are slightly different from our own. For example, one level of consciousness may be dominated by thoughts of war and destruction, while another may be dominated by thoughts of peace and harmony. If we were to slip between these two levels, it is also important to note that according to this theory, time is not linear, but rather this means that events do not occur in a straight line, but rather in a repeating loop. As a result, we may find ourselves reliving the same events over and over again until we reach a certain level of consciousness, where we are experiencing a past event that has already happened in a parallel universe. However, there are still a lot of questions about the nature of reality and how it works. Some scientists even believe that the Mandela effect is a sign of a greater intelligence at work in the universe. They believe that there is a higher power that is intentionally guiding our evolution by presenting us with different scenarios and challenges. According to this view, the Mandela effect is a way for this higher power to communicate with us and provide guidance. We can gain insight into our purpose in life and the nature of the universe itself. As Max Tegmark, a professor of physics at MIT, said, the idea that we are living in a computer simulation is no longer science fiction. It is a formal scientific hypothesis that is falsifiable and testable. The question is, are we ready to face the truth? Are we living in a world that is full of surprises and where anything is possible? Or are we living in a world that is deterministic and where everything is predetermined? If you ask me, I think the Mandela effect is just too bizarre to ignore. There are countless stories of people who have experienced it, and there are too many coincidences to write it off as mere imagination. So what do you think? Is the Mandela effect a sign that we are living in a parallel universe? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about the multiverse, then check out this video over here. Have a great day.